everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and I am here today because I have been tagged to participate in the, I'm not sure what it's called, the 10 Questions Challenge that's been going around the crafting community lately. It's in an effort for us to get to know each other a little bit better. I was tagged by Diane Hungerford, who is Grandma's Accessories. Thank you, Diane. Before I get started with the 10 questions, I just want to give you a little update on what's going on with me. I am okay. I've had some of you reach out to me to make sure I'm doing all right, but I am just very, very busy at work right now. Lots of overtime, evenings, weekends, wrapping up a very large project that I've been involved in for the last 20 months. It's not going very well, so that's what's going on with me. I've been under a lot of stress, so I didn't want to add to that by doing videos and taking orders and putting together orders and all of that. So I've taken a break from my YouTube channel for a little bit. I am also, next week is my last week at work. I am retiring. I can't wait. So I'm looking forward to that, and then once I am retired, I will get back to my YouTube channel and back to all of you and doing videos, and I have so much stuff to sell. Right now I'm just showing you, just so you're not watching my hands through the whole thing, some vintage laces that will be up for sale sometime in the near future. So that's what's going on with me. Let me get to my 10 questions. Question number 1 and question number 2 are pretty self-explanatory. Number 1 is what is my name, and number 2 is how I came up with my channel name. So my name is Donna Little, and my channel name is Donna Little. I know, really creative. My channel name actually started off as Donna0331. March 31st is my birthday, and somewhere along the line it got changed to my name, so I just kind of stuck with it. Question number 3, my favorite craft. I would have to say I've done all kinds of crafts through my life. I've done needlework, I've done mosaic, I've done polymer clay, I've done scrapbooking, I've done journal making and mini albums and altered art, and I have dabbled in a little bit of everything, but I have to say I keep coming back to, throughout the years, card making. It's always been my favorite, so I'd have to say card making is my favorite. My favorite place to buy crafts. Well, my favorite place to find craft supplies are at thrift stores and antique stores and garage sales and estate sales. And then of course the traditional stores are, right now it's Hobby Lobby because that is the closest one to where I live, so I tend to scoot on over there whenever I need, glue or some paper or something. Let's see, my top 5 crafters. That is a really tough one to answer because there are so many out there that I get inspiration from, that I watch their videos, but what I'm going to give you is the top 5 that I have been watching the most of lately, and that's because they do the kind of thing that I am kind of into lately, and I'll get to that with my question number 10. But I watch a lot of Gail Agostinelli, Diane H., Creative Cafe Girl, who is Susie, Amity Bloom, who is Nazi, and Artie Mays. Those are the ones that I've been watching the most of lately, but they are definitely not my favorites because I have too many to list. Number 6, my favorite color. I can honestly say I do not have a favorite color. There is nothing that, I buy all the time, or if I had a choice, I'd buy that one. I gravitate more towards earth tones, like browns and greens and yellows, but there isn't one color that is my favorite. My favorite craft tool. Does glue count as a tool? My Beacon 3-in-1 is it is near me in every room of my house. I have a bottle of it here. I have a bottle of it in the next to me when I'm watching TV. I have a bottle of it in my office. I have a bottle of it in the room where I keep a lot of my inventory. So it's always close at hand. Probably second would be tool-wise would be my paper trimmer. That gets a lot of use. Favorite tool. 8. Where did my love of crafting come from? I would have to say my parents, although they weren't the traditional crafter. Well, I guess you could say that. My mother sewed, and she did knitting, and she did needlework. So I was always around that growing up. And my father, after he retired from the military, he got into, I wish I would have brought one in here. And I have no idea how he started doing this, but he started making jewelry out of horseshoe nails. Jewelry and figurines out of horseshoe nails. He and my mom went across the country for like 3 months out of the year doing craft shows, him selling his horseshoe nail creations. He also, for a period of time, I remember him when I was young doing caning, like the caning on the seat of chairs. He did that for a little while too. So I grew up around crafts, so that's kind of how I came to love, where my love of crafting came from. The next question, number 9, when did I first start crafting? I've been crafting pretty much all my life. I mean, I did sewing as well, and I also did I did cross stitch for a long time. But I really got started with crafting when my best friend, I'd say this is around 2000, dragged me to a scrapbooking class. It was like a 2-hour class, and that's all she wrote. I started scrapbooking. It took off from there and branched off into all the other crafts that I mentioned earlier. So that's what really started it, and that started with a bin of paper and some supplies that I would carry out into the living room and work on, and then the bin got bigger, it got into a rolling cart, and then it took over a room, and now it's taken over my entire house, pretty much. So that's how I got started. Number 10, my favorite craft at the moment would have to be journal making, junk journal making. I've been into the mini albums, and I did that for a while, and then I moved on to something else. But right now I'm into junk journaling, and I love it. I love being able to incorporate the vintage papers and ephemera that I already have, and the vintage laces that I love so much into it. So that is definitely my favorite at the moment, and who knows when it's going to shift into something else. I know it will eventually. I might go back to card making for a while and then discover something else. But for now, it's journal making. So that's a little bit about me. I am going to be tagging. It was hard to pick. There's so many that I'd love to know more about, but I have picked Crystal Gill, Deb Hendrick, Jacqueline Haley, Hand of the Queen, Creative Moments with Dorinda, and Helen Lockwood, someone from across the pond. So I will be putting the link to their channels down below, and I hope they will be able to participate and share a little bit about themselves with us. So that's all I have for now. Hopefully I will be back to doing videos and selling things in the near future when I have all of my time to myself. In the meantime, if anybody needs doilies, my last video is still up and I still have a lot left of doilies. If anybody needs applique grab bags, I have lots of wedding dress appliques left as well. If you need lace grab bags, I have those as well. So if you're in need of anything, just email me. My email address will be down below as always. And that's all I have for now. I look forward to getting back to all of you and getting back to the crafting community. Bye.